Hey, it's Brent with another question from Rita. It says, hey, Brent, I contacted this 27-year-old girl, picture attached, and this girl's super hot, on this website, and this website is for girls who go on and to find rich guys. We email back and forth. I keep it short and tell her I have no time for emails, and if she wants to talk, to come see me. I would send money for tickets. Okay, you know I'm going to stop right there, right? For a minute, for a second. I'll send money for tickets. Okay, just want to point this out to you guys. Bad idea. It's all going to be bad from here. Okay, I'm just going to point this out. Every time I get emails like this, I'm going to point out that when you do things like this, don't be surprised what comes after this, because the same thing always comes after this. Okay? I feel like a broken record when I'm telling you guys this, but I mean, how many times do I have to tell you before you get it, before you realize? Okay, we're 12 hours apart. She said she didn't fly, but would drive if I paid for gas. I know I shouldn't pay for anything, but this is the type of site that it is, and it wasn't a big deal to me. Okay, here's the second thing I hear all the time. Brent, you don't understand. In this particular situation, it's okay to pursue and pay, right? Your social programming is so strong, and your unconscious resistance is so strong that you are searching for a way and for an excuse and a reason to pursue and pay, because it's comfortable for you, for if you're this kind of guy, okay? So, you know, you need to get out of your comfort zone and do something like I'm telling you to do, and not this, okay? Because this is just going to get worse, and I haven't even read the end of the email, okay? But it's always this way, okay? This is always the way that it is. I want you guys to get this, because every time you start writing me these stories, it's always going to end badly. And then you act surprised that it's ending badly. Okay? Just want to keep, you know, letting you guys in on this. Okay, long story short, she gets the money, acts a little surprised, and that I didn't hear from her for 2 days. Okay? Exactly. Of course you didn't. I thought I got screwed. But that night she calls me and we talk for 3 hours. You talk for 3 hours. Yeah. Big mistake, I know. Then why are you doing it? Okay, again, you know you're making the mistake, you have to go down the road anyway. Okay, just pointing it out. It's not, you're not a bad guy, okay? I'm just saying that, and actually this email, you're doing the work for all the guys that are watching this and listening to this. Because these are the things that just don't work, but you keep doing them, okay? The conversation was decent, and she said she wanted to talk again. I emailed 2 days later and wanted to ask, why aren't you here already? But during our phone conversation, she said she didn't like pushy guys, so I held back. She then called me again 3 days later, and she was hinting with sexual overtones, but I was distracted and couldn't hear her, and she said she had to go and would call later, but never did. Exactly. Of course that happened. I let 2 days go by, and I emailed her saying she owes me a sexual favor and an apology. She laughs and apologizes, and we go back and forth that night emailing, and I'm asking her what she likes sexually, and she's emailing me short answers. This goes on for about an hour until I tell her that I just want to bang her. Which she responds, LOL, wow. See, all shy on the phone, but actually you aren't. That was 2 days ago, and I haven't emailed her back, but her responses seem to be growing shorter, like she's losing interest. And you're surprised that she's losing interest? Okay, keep going. I see her live online, and most times she emails me when I get online, but nothing over the last 2 days. I get the feeling I'm getting blown off. Again, this is a surprise to you? But maybe she's waiting for me to email her again. Okay, here's another thing. It happens over, and I get these emails all the time. Brent, she didn't return my call. Maybe she didn't get my message. Maybe she's waiting for me to be the man and take the lead. And lead her. Listen, the only lead you need to be taking with these girls is leading them into pursuing you. Okay? Not... All right, I'm just going to go off on a tangent if I keep going down that road. So you get the idea. Okay? I thought I'd send an email today saying, "You are so full of crap," or something along those lines, and razz her about taking my money and disappearing. Yes, because there's nothing more attractive than a wounded animal crying out for help. You guys getting this? Okay? It's just like when a girl flakes on you. First thing you want to do, and I know where it's coming from, and I get it's coming from a good place, but first thing you want to do is, "I will not be treated like that. You don't understand. You know, I'm the kind of guy who," right? Like, yeah, you're just making it worse. You're actually being huge. Not huge, but you're being huge in the weakness department is what I was trying to get into my mind here. You're being super weak, okay? That's weakness. That's not a strength. Telling her how she just screwed you over is not a strength. Reminding her, she already knows she's doing it, okay? At this point, right, like, she is a little unconscious and she's doing things because you've set the tone, but don't remind her. You're screaming out that you're weak, okay? Any ideas? Or did I already make too many mistakes with the money and the long phone conversations? I can send the transcripts if you want, and the back and forth if you want. I think I have some credit built up, so I could do that or whatever. Okay, so all the transcripts are going to show me is the same exact thing. Back and forth, you placating her, you pushing, you giving her compliments, you trying to be funny, you trying to be sexy, you trying to be the leader, okay? None of this works, guys. You got to stop doing this, okay? Here's my advice on this particular situation. Stop. Stop contacting her, period. And if she contacts you, don't respond. Seriously, okay? Think of the money that you lost as an education, okay? Don't be angry about the money. Don't be angry with her for something that you caused. Take responsibility. Don't be angry that she took the money and disappeared. You made her do that. There's nothing wrong with her. She's just going down the road. The automatic tape is played in her head. Oh, this is this guy. This is the provider. There's nothing sexy about the provider, ever. Okay, guys? I could say this a million times. There's nothing sexy about the provider. Okay. So stop all contact, leave it alone, and move on. I know in your head you're saying, "Dude, I just lost money. Why would I move on? I think I could save it." No. No. See, now you're making it even worse. If you continue to think like that, you will never save anything. We will be having the same conversation 10 years from now. You'll be emailing me the same story because you haven't learned anything. Okay? So just stop it right now. Just stop. Okay. And I want to interject one other thing in here because I get emails about this too. You should never have to pay a girl to come in and see you. That's creepy. Okay? Now, you could say, "I live in a small town, Brand. I have to import women because there are no hot women here." I don't believe that, number one, unless you live in a town where 1,000 people live. Okay, and if you do, fine. But let me just try this reality on for size. There's a way, okay, if you're the right kind of guy and you will stop doing this kind of stuff, that you meet women online, they will want to come see you. So they'll contact you, okay? They'll want to come see you. They'll pay their own way. They'll find their own place to stay. And they'll hook up with you whenever you have time for them, okay? That's it. I could also say something else about why would you want a girl to fly in for the weekend and have to spend all your time with just one girl? I don't get that. Like, why would you want that? Why do you need that? So you need to examine why you need that. Why do you want that? Why would you care about that? You know, my clients who have it handled, and guys like me and my friends, that's what happens to us. We're on the sites. Girls contact us. They pay their own way. They fly into town. We might see them one time. Maybe. And if we see them one time and hook up with them one time, it fits in our schedule. Okay? I don't clear the whole weekend for these girls. Why would you do that? Okay? And these girls bring me gifts. So I don't pay any money. These girls are smoking hot. These are girls that you guys would think are 12s. Okay? So stop thinking that way. You know, I get these emails from guys who say, "Oh, you don't understand, Brent. In this scenario, this girl is a supermodel, and so she doesn't have to pursue, and so she won't. And there's a lot of competition to get her." Listen, there's no competition when you are a guy who's pursued by women. There's none. because all the other guys are pursuing them, and they're doing the work for you and pushing them to you. Okay? What'll happen, I'm just going to let you know, what'll happen is if you pay for a girl to come to town, she'll come to town, and maybe you put her up at a hotel, maybe she's staying at your house, I don't know. But if she has some downtime and she meets a guy like me, we're going to hook up. She may not hook up with you the whole weekend. She'll hook up with me, and all I did was having a coffee at the Starbucks, right? And I don't have to pay anything, and I don't have to deal with the drama, and I don't have to deal with any of that. So listen, I could go on and on and on. I just feel like I need to make a longer video today because you're not getting it, okay? Get it, okay? None of this will work the way you're doing it. It will never work in any situation. Pursuing is never a good thing, so accept it. You don't have to agree with me necessarily, but you do have to accept it because that's the only way you can change your life, okay? So listen, I hope that helps, and I'll talk to you later.